What's up, everybody? What's going on? It is Saturday again, and that means another live stream. I don't know why I paused in between those. I was trying to figure out exactly how I want to say it, but we want to start off, of course, with a cheers. Hopefully, you're enjoying your Saturday. You're chilling out at this time. If you're on the East Coast, hopefully, you're winding down and you're just kind of relaxing. So, I'm gonna take a sip for you and for me. So this is the vibe right now. I got the wine going, the sparkling wine. Then I also have my little music in the background. Hopefully it's not too loud for everybody. But yeah, so let's get into some topics. Actually, it is a little loud, and I don't want to get distracted by it because I really like this song. All right, now it's faint in the background. But one thing I want to get into is I cannot believe that I'm really doing this whole Burr method thing. The Burr method, if for you guys that don't know, is something that was created. At least that term was coined by Brandon Turner from Bigger Pockets. And if you don't know Bigger Pockets, it's a podcast that talks about everything involved with real estate and real estate investing. So if you are interested in that, check it out sometime. They have great information. I also follow a guy, or a couple of people actually, a guy on YouTube named Me Kevin, and also somebody else named Graham Stephan. And these people all kind of teach a lot of the same principles, which is you buy below market value real estate. We're talking about investing. You buy below market real estate. You buy it low below market because it needs some work usually. So it's kind of a fixer upper, but not a major fixer upper. It's a cosmetic fixer upper. So you put some money into getting it fixed up, preferably doing it on your own or doing most of it on your own so you can save more money. And then you either refinance or you rent it out. Actually, BRRRR. So you buy, rehab, rent, refinance, and repeat. So that's what BRRRR stands for. So a lot of people teach that and they kind of show you how to do that. So I just can't, excuse me, ooh, sparkling wine always makes me burp. I can't believe I'm doing it right now. Like I literally spent most of the day at the condo today. And one of the things I was doing was prepping it the uh, for the for the reglazing that was happening. So I reglazed or refinished the shower walls and also the tub. And just to see how it looks now, I don't know if maybe you might be able to see this on camera. Let's try it out. I'll show you the video of what it looks like. But this is what the bathroom looks like now. It looks like a new bathroom. The shower just got reglazed. That smell is strong. Of course, you don't know what the before looks like, but this is the after, brand new, and it really looks good. And so, what reglazing is, it's a way for you to restore the look of an older or just not so nice looking bathroom, and you just kind of make it shiny again. It's basically just repainting it over again, and it's really cool, and it really gives a great look to the place, and it gives a feel of clean and new and just modern. So I'm excited about it. uh, I don't know if you also noticed, but there was no sliding glass door on the shower, but there was one yesterday, so I took that out yesterday after work. So I've been going in there, pretty much every day and doing a little bit of something. And it's just been a really exciting process. And every time I do a small project, I want to take on another project. And so I didn't want to do a lot of painting before, but now I'm like, oh, I could paint that and make that look nicer. I could take that out, turn that into something else, and just it really gets the creative juices flowing, and it really helps you take pride in what you're doing, because at the end of it, it's going to look, hopefully it looks incredible. And a lot of that is going to be off of my sweat, off of my, what they call sweat equity is what I'm putting into the place right now. So I look forward to it. I think it's going to be an exciting process. The next step is going to be putting the floors in. I've already taken the carpet out, but I've been waiting on the floors because they're kind of like on back order. So hopefully they come in by tomorrow, fingers crossed, and I can start that as early as tomorrow and as late as Monday, or no later than Monday. So yeah, it's just I was talking about this last year, probably around this time, but last year around this time I was talking about container homes, and I remember last November, just 7 months ago, I was out looking at places and going to open houses back in the Bay Area. And it's still just kind of hard to believe that I bought something and that I'm already getting into it and just working on it and turning it into something nice that, either an Airbnb renter will want to stay in or a long-term renter will want to stay in. So it's a really cool process, and I'm happy and appreciative that I'm able to enjoy and be on this journey. So cheers to that. Now, another topic I want to get into that really affected me, and this goes in a different way this week, and I won't touch too much on it, but maybe you're aware, maybe you're not, but there were a couple of murders this week, of young black men who were unarmed, and in this case, it was done by individuals who were not, law enforcement. They were just regular citizens. So it really, I don't know, it really struck close to home because when law enforcement does it, it's kind of like it has a different feel to it. That's happened or that's been happening for a long time, and not to say all of them, do it on purpose or do it, with bad intentions, but it's something that I guess in the black community or in the community of people of color, we've somewhat gotten used to that. I have my own experiences that aren't as extreme with law enforcement, pulling me over for, bogus reasons or whatever the case may be. And, but yeah, something about, other individuals, like other citizens just being able to come up and just, shoot you in broad daylight because of how you look. It really made me think about, the early 1900s and even the 1950s and 60s, what people that looked like me had to go through, in certain parts of the country. And it was proof also that it's not dead. For those who may think that, racism is done, it's over, it's not. It breeds in certain areas, and unfortunately, it continues on. But the important thing is not to think that it's gone, because I feel like the more you think that it's over and it's gone, the more that you don't acknowledge its existence and you don't call it out when you see it. So yeah, it's really unfortunate, what's happened this week. Like I said, I'm not gonna go into it too much, but you know, my heart goes out to the families who were affected. And one thing I do want to say about it, like, I feel like you are. This is not everybody who owns a gun, but some people who own guns, like, they are really. I guess the word would be weak, and I say weak because how can you approach someone who you feel is a threat, even though they may or may not be showing you any threatening behavior? And the first thing you do, you're so scared that the first thing you do is you pull out a gun and you just shoot the person. Like, to me, it doesn't make sense. It's not logical. It's very emotional, obviously, but there's a fear that we don't talk about, and this goes back to a lot of the situations with police as well. I believe in a lot of cases, those police were fearful for their safety or for their lives. But the bigger issue is why. When someone's unarmed, when someone isn't showing aggressive nature or threatening behavior, why are people scared of people that look a certain way? And I think that's the deeper issue that at some point we need to address and we need to talk about. And people need to all look at themselves in the mirror and ask themselves, are they guilty of this? I mean, are they guilty of looking at people and having a certain way of thinking about them and a certain idea or stereotype that goes along with this particular type of person? And if it's just that, but you still give people an opportunity to show who they really are, then it's not that big a deal. But when you have the power or the ability to act on that fear and it can affect other people, kind of like, the president of the country, that's a scary thing in terms of, what that means for people's lives and what that means in the big picture of things. So take a look at yourself right now. I mean, and I'm not just saying this to people who are white or who are outside of the black race. Like, everybody, take a look at yourself and ask yourself, are you acting on your fears? And is that, negatively affecting people around you? Because, unfortunately, when you act on your fears and you have a gun, that could result in somebody losing their life. So that's all I'm going to say about that. You guys know I like to keep things positive, but at the same time, too, I do think it's important for us to get deep and for us to talk about some real issues and for you guys to get insight on what I'm feeling and what is going on in my head as well. So that's why we got into that. But we can move on to the next topic. I don't even know what the next topic is, actually. It's Saturday. I don't have to go to work tonight. Um, I'm moving a week into the new spot. So I'm really just trying to get things out of the way before I move in. Most importantly is the floors, because if the floors are in, then I can just work everything else out afterwards. But I don't want to be having to move things around and trying to put the floors down at the same time. I'd rather have the floors in. So, like I said, fingers are crossed that the floors come in this weekend, and I'll be able to get that done this weekend. Oh, this is Mother's Day weekend. So happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Hopefully you are enjoying the company of your child or children. And yeah, you're having a good and enjoyable day. You know, every day should really be, I'm not gonna go into holidays. Let's go into holidays, right? Happy Mother's Day, right? But at the same time, I think people should be showing appreciation to their mothers, to their fathers, to their family members, to their lovers, to their husbands and wives all the time. If not every day, pretty often. So, in all honesty, I don't really subscribe to a lot of these holidays because they're kind of like, I already know it's a money thing. It's a way for people to buy gifts and that kind of thing. So I get it. But at the same time, I still want the mothers out there to have a great Mother's Day. I'm just saying that we should be appreciating and showing appreciation to our moms more than just one day a year. Just like we should be celebrating gratitude and appreciation more than just one day out the year when we get to eat a whole bunch and watch football. So I don't know. That's just me, maybe. Valentine's Day is another one that's a joke. I mean, how you with somebody and the only day you really show them you care about them or you love them is on Valentine's Day? Like, what kind of shit is that? It's makes no sense. It makes no sense at all. But I don't know. Maybe that's just me. And I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I try to get a different vibe going, right? So that's why I got the music playing in the background. Maybe you hear it, maybe you don't. I don't want it to be too loud and, kind of distorted on the microphone. So I left it kind of low. But I got a couple jams playing in the background. I'm just winding down myself from a day of going. I haven't slept yet. Here's what I usually do though. On my first day off, I usually stay up throughout the day. I took a small nap. I took a couple of naps actually, a couple of like quick 30-minute naps, and that helped out a lot. Yeah, so I'm not gonna act like I didn't sleep at all, but usually I don't sleep at all until tonight on my first day off. It just allows me to really take advantage of the day and not let it go to waste by sleeping the whole time, because that would suck. I would hate for my whole Saturday to go down the drain because I'm sleeping. So I stay up. Now, as usual, you already know, leave me some comments after you watch this. Let me know what you might want to talk about next Saturday, what you might want me to dive into next Saturday, and we'll go from there. But on that note, I'll sign off. We'll go back to my vibe that I got going, and enjoy the rest of your Saturday. I'll talk to you all later.